Hello Leo, welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the week of the 26th going to the 1st of August. So I'm going to go straight into it for you guys. I am apologizing for being late. I'm so sorry. This Chiron retrograde has really done a number on me and I'm still processing it. It was quite a shock to my system, but it's cool. We're working on it. And this is also a really good time between now and December to also fix yourself. Hey Leo, to sort yourself out. Do what you need to do within this time. You know, Chiron really does, it represents wounds that we haven't healed from and maybe struggle to heal from. If you guys want to look into the whole story of what the story of Chiron really is, then feel free. It might help you understand what you might need to do around this time. But when it goes retrograde, it does bring up a lot of emotional baggage that we thought we had dealt with, but somehow managed to get swept under the rug. The rug has been pulled. The rug has been removed for this very reason of you sorting out what the mess is. You know, the mess is internally. Now, I found within this Chiron retrograde, this is a very big time to take accountability. This is a very big time to take responsibility for things that we are responsible for. Any mistakes that we make around this time, apologize. You know, I feel like I've seen it and I've also been through it myself. Just when this Chiron retrograde happened was like so many people are like making mistakes and having to fix on it, you know, including myself. Oh my goodness, there's been so many. Either way, that could be a wound that you guys need to heal, okay? But it's going to bring up a lot of stuff. Pay attention to your dreams. Also, Spirit could be speaking to you in terms of other things that you might need to heal around this time. Apart from all this is a very powerful time because this is really where you get to understand where your strengths are. Just as much as you're finding out where your weaknesses are, you also get to strengthen your weaknesses too. And this is a very good time to do that, okay? Anyways, despite that, that's going until December. We can't really do much about it, apart from learn and take accountability. What is going on for you, the fire signs within this week, is that there is a very heavy emphasis here on balance and bringing balance into your life. And this goes in all areas, is what Spirit was saying. This is not just one thing. It's not just about balance. It's really about making sure that you're giving into many different things. So it is going to be a bit of a busy week here, Leo, in terms of stepping outside your comfort zone, understanding what you need to do, especially if you're not really someone who is balanced. It might be very difficult to handle these energies, but it's a lesson learned, because when you are in a balance, this is where I feel like bliss really is. It's in a balance of things. You can't be overworking too much, but you can't be underworking. Within the middle, that is bliss, right? You can't give too much love to others, can't give too much love to self. You can give a nice equal balance in between, and that's where the bliss is. So this is really about finding your bliss. It's really about finding where you're comfortable, where things can, I guess, stabilize. I want to kind of say that. Yeah, because it's true. Yes, thank you. Okay, because when there's a nice balance here, you're able to stack things upon. How interesting is showing this. Okay, because I feel like everything that you're learning to balance at this time here, Leo, this is very, very prosperous and fortunate for you, because when you've learned the balance, I'm almost seeing that you're able to now stack. You know how you can stack those rocks? It's like this, but this is your achievement. So you can attain and achieve more by finding your bliss, by finding a balance of each and then working your way up. Now, this could be to do with jobs too, all right? If you're the kind of person, and a lot of fire signs are like this, where you just want to have loads of different projects going on and you want loads of different things, and in the modern society that we live in now, it could even be multiple streams of income. You can do that, yes, but you need to find a balance within each so that you can stack these up, okay? Really important stuff. Now for this week, I also feel like learning is very good. So if you want to go into any form of education, or if you want to do some self-studying, this is a very good week to do that. Very good week to meet new people, very good week for relationships, and very good week for new jobs as well, okay? So these are all favored around this time. Another message that came through, and I really want to mention this because it's so important, is Spirit was asking to detach from the goal. Now, this doesn't mean to not have a goal. This just means emotionally do not feel like you can't be happy until this happens, because it's the journey that matters the most. If you spend the whole journey, you know, miserable, trying to get and work towards that goal, when you reach the goal and get that happiness and pride, that will go very quickly. That's just life. That never lasts. It only lasts during the journey. So what was going to happen if you do stay attached to a goal? You are going to end up in disappointment in some form. All right. Just being, Zeta's being very blunt here, but it's honest. In terms of focusing on the journey, you can be in your bliss for the whole of the journey. If it takes you a year to get where you want to go, if it takes you 2 years, you're not going to worry because you enjoy what it is that you're doing. You're enjoying the progress that you're making. You're enjoying the challenges that come before you because you know within yourself, and it is all about having self-confidence here, Leo, that you are able to do whatever you put your mind to. And I think for you guys especially, this is what you're really being called towards understanding, is that you are the strength card in the tarot deck. You are able to bring this strength within you from anywhere. You guys, I've known it. You guys can get hit down by something and still, when you need to, rise to the occasion and bring out a strength that you didn't even know that you had, right? And it takes these moments to really understand who you are, Leo. But regardless, that could be happening within this week, but I just feel like it's very important to go along the journey and love the journey and not to fixate on the goal. You know, people who say they want to retire, when they retire, they're bored as shit. They want to get back to work. You know what I mean? It's well, it depends on the person, but you see what I'm trying to say? You can spend your whole life waiting for something. It might not be what you want it to be, all right? But the journey, that's what you're in control of. Okay? Anyways, there's also a focus here on routines, habits, and health. That is also mental health too that I'm putting on the table here, because especially with this retrograde, I think it's really important to prioritize this, because I do feel like this is hitting a lot of people where there is some issues there, okay? So I think it's really important to make sure that we're giving ourselves time and speaking to people. If you need to speak to people, I think it's super important, okay? That is it. Let's go into a reading and see what's going on for you. For Leo, please, Spirit, what can you tell me? Whoa. All right, with the Ten of Swords. Wow. Oof. Okay, let's talk about it. Yeah, there's been some pain. I have no idea where this has come from here, Leo, but the Ten of Swords is clarified by the Three of Swords. There has been something, an issue, an ending in your life here that has really hurt you, Leo, that has really kind of made you feel like this, right? That there's nothing that you can do. We also have the Death card coming through as well. And we also have the Ace of Cups. Now, I want to speak about this in different ways. This does really speak to me, saying that this could be the end of a relationship. There may have been some backstabbing involved. There definitely is a lot of pain involved on both sides even. I do feel like there is, heartache. Let's say heartache, heartbreak. And the Death card is, this is inevitable. This needed to happen here, because this would have just kept hurting you. And it's almost as if it wasn't going to go where it needed to go. It almost is, when the Death card comes through, this is a lesson learned in terms of love. This could be an ex, this could be anything here. But this ending needed to happen. Why? Because when the Death card happens, it talks about transformation. It's about changes, things and parts of ourselves that needed to die out. And that could even be what it is. This doesn't have to be a physical death. It doesn't have to be a physical ending in our life. What this does talk about, though, on a lot of different levels, and that can mean a lot of different things, right? But one big message that's coming through is almost like there's a part of yourself here, Leo, that is dying out. A part of yourself that you held on to for a very long time. This was a coping mechanism, maybe. This was, because I'm getting it's linked in with your childhood, because the and it's a part of yourself and it's hard to let go of. When the Three of Swords comes up, it's something that we were attached to, right? Emotionally, right? It's the heart chakra. This was something we really held on to, but this feels like it was something that we needed to let go of to find, well, with the Ace of Cups here, this is about, again, that emotional space here, to find unconditional love, to find unconditional emotion. I want to kind of say with the Ace of Cups, let's not talk about that right now. But the Ace of Cups does speak about new emotions, and it feels after this peace, it really does feel like peace. If I was to hear things in my head, this would kind of sound like Oh, I don't know, like chalkboard. You know when people like scratch on the chalkboard? It's feeling like that to me. Then the death card happens, and this is just pure peace. You know when silence just sounds so loud, but in a good way? This feels like peace. So if there hasn't been a lot of peace in your life here, Leo, then this is coming in, but it's through a very difficult ending. It's through a very difficult part. Yeah, very difficult ending. However that resonates. Right. Let's clarify this death card. We have the star card. So it is leading towards wish fulfillment. And most importantly, the star card does talk about healing. The best way to heal in this situation when the star card comes up here, Leo, is by giving. All right. By giving and receiving. Okay. So by being open in both ways is really important. But by giving to others, you are going to start to see yourself receiving too, which I think is amazing. I feel like this needed to happen. Can we talk about the Ten of Swords? The King of Wands could be with an Aries here. Eight of Cups coming through. Yeah, we definitely had to walk away from something. The Knight of Cups could be, again, it could be romantically. Could be from, yeah, emotionally. We have the Queen of Cups now. Could even be with the Seven of Swords, some kind of secrets, lies, deceit, cheating, you know, stealing, all that kind of energy. It's about doing things behind the scenes. Okay, now for the Ten of Swords, to be clarifying all this, we have to talk about the fact that this is all ending. So we have a part of ourselves that's ending here with the King of Wands. This could be you, Leo. There's something that you are walking away from and you're needing to walk away from because I think that you're changing so much. This is not serving you anymore. Okay, and there's also to do with emotionally, yeah, this is not serving us anymore. Okay, there could be a heart-to-heart conversation coming through here. This could be a relationship, this could be a friend, this could be a family member, whatever this is. With the Eight of Cups here, I think we're laying things on the table and choosing to walk in a different direction, but we're coming from a very similar thing. It's very interesting because I'm almost seeing there could be some distance between you two, by the way, because we have the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups, and they're almost, well, the same energy, just in different forms. So it's really interesting because whatever we're ending, and again, it could be a part of ourselves, very, very likely, what we're letting go of is also letting go of us. So this is a pure ending. This is really interesting. We have the Nine of Cups and the Tower card. Yeah, this is a very interesting. I feel like there is a mutual benefit in this. I don't know what they mean by this, Leo. With the Justice card, it's almost a balance, and this is what the whole reading is about. And I'm also hearing here, it's not just about what you see, it's also about what you don't see. And I think that what you don't see is just as powerful. It's really hard to explain what they're showing me to put it into words so that we understand. But it's almost as though what you see here is the ending, but what you don't see is the new beginning on the other side of it. Do you see what I mean? It's almost like with, well, yes, with every cause there's an effect, right? And this is just the law of the universe. And I feel like with this, yes, there's an ending. Yes, there's this, you know, heartbreak. There's an ending of an old part of ourselves here. There's a new beginning and a new space for something else to come in and for us to change and adapt. And for those of you who, Leos, who've been wanting change, to become someone different or to, you know, shift and to grow, this is actually leaving space for that to happen with that Justice card. We have Libra energy coming through here there as well. The Nine of Cups, speaking of wish fulfillment, is coming through this Tower moment. So again, this feels like a blessing in disguise because it is leading us towards this kind of peace, and I want to call it serenity as well. It feels really high vibe. It feels very, very high vibe. So without realizing we manifested this, or without realizing this is giving us everything that we've been wanting and asking for. And again, another card of wish fulfillment. And it could very well be love for self or love for things around us. Let's clarify this Ace of Cups very quickly. We have the Six of Swords. So it is about moving in a new direction towards something better. And I want to say greater, actually. The Wild card. Well, there we go. Some of us could be traveling. This could definitely be opening doors for travel. Here, the Six of Swords and the Wild card. This is a glow up. This is about you moving in a new direction and you finding that clarity and sense of purpose elsewhere. It took this ending to happen for you to realize that this was not where you were supposed to be. This was not who you really were. So that you can move into almost this peacefulness, you know, within yourself. Because all this is chaotic, right? Swords are flying everywhere. You know, we got lightning bolts striking. We got all these emotions, and then we have the death card, right? That once that transformation happens, we have all this peaceful energy coming in. And I feel like it's simplicity as well. I really feel like if there's been too much going on around you, Leo, I feel like really narrowing it down and getting rid of things that just aren't good for you anymore, just aren't, they're just, you know, you'll be able to tell from your emotions how you're feeling towards certain things. If it builds chaos within you, when you think about it, when you think about doing something to do with the work or the people or whatever it is, if it creates chaos inside you or it makes you feel unsettled, you need to leave it behind, because this is saying what makes you feel calm and collected is what will be the things that are going to lead you towards your success and prosperity, which does feel like it's the case here. Okay? All right, Leo. So amazing things await. This is a week of clearance. Okay? Clearance is needed. But new beginnings, and again, the wild card is a glow up. It's a new chapter. Okay? Anyways, I love you. Look after yourselves, okay? Be very mindful around this retrograde. Look after yourself. I love you, Leo, and I will see you guys next week.